Today, I was honestly super excited for today's guest because, so many people, especially through this pandemic, it's been tough on everyone, whether it's giving you like anxiety, loss of sleep, even for me, I suffered from allergies, even acne, fibromyalgia. We always want what can help you, right? And here, my team at Score Financial and TCG Lending Centers, we're huge on staying healthy, especially in our industry where, it's easily, your brain can just keep going and going and going. And when do you put a stop? You can meditate for sure. We read books. Carmen has always motivated us to take steps to help our health. So what if I told you that, in, 30-minute sessions, even once a week, that you can alleviate, your fibromyalgia pain, even incur some weight loss.
Stress management.
Stress management and, pain management and just the comfort lying there for 30 minutes while you can help alleviate and even eliminate with infrared therapy.
You got it.
So I have here today a special guest, Carolin Matteo, and
Hi.
she is the owner of Chi Heals Global here in Hamilton. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Thank
you.
I wanted to reach out to you because, I was coming to your office. I had suffered from, severe allergies. I had a lot of sinuses and I had a lot of tension in my upper neck and shoulder area. And, a lot of the times it's just, that's just the way it is, it's allergy season. And you know what?
Live with it.
You just live with it. You live with the pain. And it's so easy just to pop a pill. Right? So for people who don't know what far infrared is, because I know that, their celebrities are using this, Lady Gaga, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
But tell us what it is and, the benefits of doing that by calming your central nervous system.
For sure.
Right?
Yes. So far infrared therapy is, let's look at it as the sun. It's the invisible rays of pure energy that's going and penetrating through your whole body. And that obviously without the sun rays, UV, as well as radiation. So you're getting this purification of infrared that our body needs, every living organism is needing. And with far infrared therapy, what it does is allowing this pure light, invisible wavelength that comes in, that is concentrated, that goes right down at the like almost into the deepest tissues. And that's what makes this such a powerful healing. It's your own natural immunities and your natural ability to heal. But it is also where you can tap into where these rays are coming in. We want to look at it as this life energy that's going in to your body. And how amazing is that you're not getting this UV from the sun, but you're getting this warmth that is elevated in order for us to heal in what's there. So when you have a flu or a cold or you want to boost those immune system, what it's doing, it's going in from the cells right down to the cellular level. So it's going past the skin, it's going past the muscles, from the bones all the way down to the cellular cells, which is where we want them to be healthy and vibrating. And that's what the infrared does. That's what this therapy is, so many people have benefit from: anxiety, stress management, calming the parasympathetic nervous system. When you're looking at a fight and flight situation, you're always under stress. So you're always trying to run away from this tiger, we want to call it. Something's after you.
Yeah.
You won't be able to heal your body. But with infrared, what it's doing is when you're lying in the bed, that's where you're getting 100% of that natural immunity or natural healing.
Yeah.
Where it's calming everything, the central nervous system, and that's when your healing starts to begin. When you're calm, then healing starts. When you're stressed, you can't. It's working on trying to fight that lion that's behind you or the tiger that's behind you.
For sure.
So with infrared, what you're doing is you're allowing your body to just stop being unplugged, allowing that mini escape to happen where it is at the point where your body is just feeling relaxed, stress-free, and taking all of that nutrients that's within your body and spreading it throughout.
Yeah. So I know you're going to kill me because when I first tried the infrared, I'm like, oh, is this like a tanning bed?
Yes.
And it's not.
It's definitely not a tanning bed.
Definitely not a tanning bed.
You do not get darker lying down.
No.
It's really just looking at it as the sun rays without the radiation, without the...
right, because someone can say,
UV.
well, I'll just go outside for a walk.
Exactly, and you can go for a walk.
Right.
But what's happening is you're getting that radiations, those toxins, those environmental factors that are coming through your whole body, right? So what this does is your purification, detoxification, your natural immunity to start working for itself. And yeah, definitely. I'm a sun worshiper, so I definitely would recommend going out for the sun, having 10 minutes, getting out there. But can you imagine 30 minutes of lying down?
Oh,
with
believe me,
this
I've been there. I
purifying
know.
energy that's coming into your body and just natural healing.
You know, let me give people a sense. So when I was going to see Carolin, you know, it was just once a week, and honest to God, it was the best 30 minutes of my life. I would lie there. I would be, you know, it could be something that happened from the day before. And I would lie in the bed and I'm like, why am I sweating? I'm like, because it's not even hot.
No.
But my body was sweating and sweating.
Right.
But then there's the week, say the next week I would come, I was having an amazing week. I was, you know, I would go in there and I would not sweat once.
No. So what happens at that time when you're stressed and you're feeling that anxieties, you're going to feel a little bit warmer because now it's working that healing process. So you're looking at it as it's this heat, but the heat is not like a heat that I'm actually giving you like in a sauna where it's coming.
No.
This heat is generated within your own body. So it's almost like you're doing this friction and you feel warmth and you're like, oh, I didn't put, you know, fire on it. I just feel warm.
Yeah.
That's pure energy that's being moved around throughout your body and is concentrating where that healing needs to take place.
Right.
So that's why you felt sometimes a little bit more feeling sweat more, or at one time you're just feeling there's nothing, I don't feel anything. It's because how is your body reacting in that state of healing process? So if you need more healing, you're going to get more concentrated in a sense that it's going to direct that rays into that particular area that needs to be healed.
Right. So, like for me, I suffered from really bad allergies, like seasonal allergies.
Seasonal, yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Like, since I started seeing you, like my allergies are gone. Like I used to depend on my Reactin and popping that every day to not taking anything.
Yes.
I was, you know, skeptical at first. I'm like, how can lying in this bed, you know, sure, it's great. You got the music going, you know, and you pray to God that you don't come back before 30 minutes because it's so incredible.
Delala's favorite thing is
like,
they have
fall asleep.
10 more minutes,
I'm
please.
like, please, when I hear your footsteps, I'm like, oh God, please don't tell her she's coming back here because I just don't want it to end, right? And it's like, I can't stress enough, like, how important it is, you know, just how it is for your daily life, how it does calm your central nervous system.
And that's illnesses, right?
To react to things. And like you said, one thing may trigger, then all of a sudden you get a headache.
Yes, right.
And then all of a sudden, you know, oh, my back hurts, or my chest hurts, or whatever, right?
Right.
Or you get a cold. You know, even when I did have a cold, it didn't last.
No, because you would come in and it would be that perfect. So the infrared will target the areas that is getting new vibrate cells. So it's rejuvenation of the cells, which then kind of says, okay, there's some viruses that's going on here. Let's concentrate the heat at 107.6 is where that body's being elevated. That warmth is coming. That's where it kind of subdues that and kind of gets rid of it. And that's where you start feeling, oh, I don't have a cold anymore. What happened here? Yeah. It's because we targeted it right away. Yeah. Because you're in there. And just going back to the stress level where if the more stress you have, the more illnesses and diseases are welcome to our body. Yeah. And that's where we always want to make sure that we're performing at optimal. So after 3 sessions, people are coming back and saying, I don't know, I feel great, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is. And what it is doing, it's making sure that central nervous system is back online. Right. And I think that's where people are saying, I'm healing and I'm feeling better. I have one of the patients, and she has fibromyalgia, and she suffered deeply. She was constantly in pain. She just was unable to get out of bed. She wasn't able to even feel at her optimal. Yeah. And she came to me, and the first thing we did was we had 3 sessions. We booked her for 5 sessions, but 3 out of the 5, she started saying that I sleep well. I'm sleeping like a baby. That doesn't happen because I have restless leg syndrome. And after the 5 sessions, she was coming back saying that I am pain-free. I'm not feeling anything. I'm feeling great. She continued working with me, and I was working with her. But to get your life back, it's just phenomenal. And that's where I have endless testimonies. But here's another one where I had one particular lady. She's a single mom, and she would drive the longest route because she was afraid to get back on the highway. She has a lot of anxiety. Yeah. And she came to see me now. She's coming from Burlington. And what's happening is, coming from Burlington to see me in Hamilton, you somehow have to take the highway. Yeah. But she found a way not to take the highway. I don't know. So she's like, I'm coming. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. When she got there, we knew that there was a lot of anxiety that was in her body that was trapped. And I'm going to go back to the central nervous system, because when it's offline, you're going to start getting a lot more problems. Yeah. So what happened was, after probably 2 sessions, her 3rd session, she was coming to me on the highway. Wow. 20 years, this girl did not have anything to do with the highway. And she was feeling at her optimal. Right. And now she drives everywhere. It doesn't affect. But that's because we're targeting the areas that is the weaker points, if we want to look at. Yeah. And I'm not doing it. It's all through your own healing. It's all through your own body's innate ways of trying to heal his body. Yeah. So all I'm doing is I'm allowing this pure energy to go in and target the areas for healing. That's all that the infrared rays will do in order for you to work at optimal.
So is there any age limit or max to doing? Because I know, even a lot of, younger kids these days are suffering from anxiety. You know what I mean? Being home from the pandemic, it's not easy on these young kids, right?
No, it's not easy on anybody, especially for the children. Is
it okay for, say, a 10-year-old who may be suffering from it to take advantage of this?
So my youngest was 2 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was a nursing mom, and she was coming in, and she had her daughter in, and she was feeling that she was kind of having this anxiety, and she's just feeling she was having restless sleeps. She wasn't able to sleep. So what we did is we had her also on the bed. And the moment she got on the bed, she fell asleep. Oh. And when she fell asleep, her mom said, I've never seen her actually not being active. She's constantly going. Yeah. And we work with a lot of people who have autism and people with ADHD. And so those are things that are really important for the children to work their own. They just need to relax. And when you look at what is our far infrared therapy, or when you come into She Heals Global, at the clinic, what you have to really think of is a mini escape. It's a mini escape from all that noise that's out there. It is. And these kids are always on, and they just don't get that chance to escape from either school or every day just go, go, go. And so important just to unplug for even half an hour and just allowing their body just to heal at that moment. So we do get a lot of people who are coming in. I do have also senior citizens. I have one right now, she's 79 and she hasn't had a cold or flu and she's somehow surpassed it and she's been with me for 3 years now. And she has been feeling at her optimal. She had fatty liver disease. It's gone.
Wow.
So what this does is really try to get you to start feeling your optimal so you're able to get out and try to do your exercises or eating something that is healthier than making right choices. And for me to see all these
the transformation that you've seen from working with somebody from the beginning and knowing what they've been suffering or going through. To fast forward, like, you know, you said like 5 sessions, 10 sessions, whatever, how many sessions it takes, you know, it must feel so good, right? Like,
you know what? It's, for me, it just feels that it's made a difference in someone's life, and there's no price on that. There really isn't. It's just they are, and it just gets me. You know, I get these goosebumps every time I think about it. That if they're living their optimal life, there's nothing you can ever. It's priceless. It really is priceless.
No, for sure. Like I said, nobody wants to wake up in pain,
right?
You know, and there is choices. You know what I mean? But why do we always have to resort to pills? It's like, you know, is it just like what everybody does? Like, I don't know, it's just a quick fix? That's all it is. It's just a quick fix.
I think that's right. So when you're having a quick fix, yeah, definitely you want to have a pill, just a quick fix. But what is it that you can do in the longevity of things where you're able to say, okay, you know what, once a week, if I'm just come in, do what I need, my due diligence, and just be able to just give yourself that break.
Yeah.
Just give yourself that break.
That's the thing. It's
That's
very
all
difficult
it is,
to have
right?
that break. Like how crazy it is in like a 12-hour span, I don't have 30 minutes to myself, you know, without turning my phone off completely.
For sure.
Because my mind is going to, oh my God, I'm going to miss this call.
Right.
Really, at some point you have to, right?
You have to.
And this is a good way to force yourself to
it's just
be
a
able.
Reset, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. We all need it. But I know when in the bed you also have, it's like a fishing motion, which is the best thing. But like, what is that?
Okay, so the She Machine, which is the therapeutic foot massager, that helps drain your lymphatic nodes. So what that means is it's reducing the inflammation that's within your body. That is, so just to kind of give it in comparison, 15 minutes on that machine, which I wouldn't be putting on because that's almost pumping almost 10,000 steps that you're doing outdoors.
Oh my, and 15 minutes.
Just 15 minutes on that.
So explain to people, so you're lying in this bed and your legs are kind of elevated, but they're sitting like in a circular, so your heels are like sitting in that.
Right. So what it does, it moves in a figure 8 motion.
Exactly.
Just like the fish, when it needs that oxygen, in order for it to live, it's providing the oxygen because it's moving in that figure 8 motion. Yeah. So it's just like that energy moving into your whole body. It's moving in this figure 8 motion. Yeah. And that's where they're promoting all that flow of energy, flow of oxygen. And that's what it's doing when you're lying down. And I put you on for about 2 to 6 minutes. And the reason why is because you need to make sure that this oxygen that's flowing throughout your body is not going so much that you're like, whoa, I'm not going to climb Mount Everest here. But what we're doing is we're really trying to promote your energy that you're getting from the pure rays, the infrared rays coming down on your body for healing. But now I'm also reducing the inflammation and promoting that flow that is allowing the healing to go through each particle, each nutrients, each cells, and just allowing that healing to even accelerate.
Wow. Okay, so just so people know, what would be a first experience, like when they come to your office, what can they expect in that appointment?
Right. So the first time when you're coming in, we do a consultation. So what I'm doing is I'm actually getting to know you, and I'm customizing that particular healing, if it is, whatever that journey may look like for you. So I need to know what's going on with your body, what's happening, just understanding who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And then from there is they actually to get a treatment at the first time that they're coming. And as you're lying there, you're fully clothed, but however, you just want to make sure you're in light clothing.
Okay.
And at that point, what you're doing is you're going to be lying in this bed with your feet elevated on the therapeutic massager on the bottom.
Yeah.
And really what you're doing is we're learning at this point how to breathe, doing breathing exercises and some meditation. So I'll be in the room at the first time. So some people will be sleeping. Some people will be yes, and a lot, because there's a lot more stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that will be kind of anxious, like what's going on here. Yeah. But the moment they lie down, they're able to have some talk therapy with me, what's going on with their life, what's happening. So I do talk therapy, meditation, and breathing exercise all throughout the whole session. So once you come back again, then if you decide that, I just feel like I just want to be here. So we just, like I said, once I get to know the person who I'm with and what's happening, then I'm able to kind of do what we need to do in order for us to have you perform at optimal.
So I know that, so your head's not covered.
No.
I know some people are like, oh, I'm going to be claustrophobic, but your head is exposed.
No.
Right?
Yes, it is exposed.
And you want to make sure you're hydrated after your session as well, right? And to maybe avoid caffeine. I know to avoid caffeine.
So after the session,
Yeah.
I definitely say we avoid caffeine, as well as alcohol, anything to do with something that's going to shrink those cells that we just rejuvenated. So when you have caffeine, you shrink those cells. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get you more. So the reason why I keep you hydrated with water is because we want those cells just thriving and just allowing your healing to accelerate. So the benefits of all this is that when afterwards you're feeling so tired that you just want to sleep. So I always say we want to have an Epsom salt bath after your sessions, because we're trying to get rid of more toxins that are throughout your whole body.
Right.
And at that point, you just, and I get so many people saying, I slept like a baby.
That's the best.
It's just, so you're looking at, so I'm not giving you any caffeine because we want those cells to keep thriving, and we don't want to have any alcohol, obviously, because that's also takes away from the hydration.
Right.
So you're doing that for 24 hours. You feel on top of the world, and you just feel like, I don't want to ruin this. I want to continue nourishing my body. And so when your next session's coming, we always just say, have a glass of water beforehand and have a glass of water afterwards.
Okay, and then you recommend, is it once a week, or does it all depend on just
the consultation?
Okay, so you would say this is what you would need.
Yes.
This is my recommendation.
Yes.
Okay.
So what happens is usually I'll do 2 sessions, or I'll do Tuesdays and Thursdays for the first time, so we can start getting that pure energy within your body.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how you are at that point. And what happens is if you're starting to feel after the third session that it's working, it's getting there, it's going to work. It's just how your body is working and healing itself. So, for example, having fibromyalgia, or if you're having rheumatoid arthritis, or if you have any particulars like pain management, those are something that I would probably say, okay, you know what, we're going to do 2 sessions for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after you'll go to once a week, and then we'll see how that progresses.
Okay.
So usually it's all reacting to how you are.
Okay.
But after 3rd, 5th session, you're probably ready to start being at optimal, as well as then you can go down to once a week.
Amazing. Okay, so if somebody wants to reach out to you, book an appointment, how do they do that? Or do you have Instagram? Like, where's your location?
Yes.
We want to know this, people.
Yes. So I'm sure that you're going to be posting it on this podcast. At the where is it, on the below or something.
Like, comment. What is it?
Like or subscribe.
My daughter always says, you have to say, Mom, like, comment, share.
Yes. So I'm at 1112 Rymal Rd. east. So I'm on Upper Ottawa in Rymal. So I'm on the corner of that.
Just before Upper Gauge. Upper Ottawa. Yes, that's right.
Upper Ottawa in Rymal.
Yeah.
And I'm at, so I share space with the Family Chiropractic Center there that is in this, the Halton Builders Association.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful building. I'm at the lower level.
Yeah.
And
it's very nice.
And if you want to call me, you call me through booking. It's a booking by appointment only. It's so you can call the clinic, speak to Sherry, or you can call me directly, and I can give my phone number. I can give that to you.
I can't stress enough how amazing this is. Like, I was skeptical. I'm a believer. It has literally changed my life. And not only will you have an amazing experience through that, you are going to meet one of the most loveliest people like ever, like just truly genuine. I know you're a blessing in my life.
Oh, thank you.
And I just thank you so much for being here and sharing this amazing therapy with so many people who I'm sure are going through, and they don't need to suffer.
No.
You know what I mean? You got to do this. You got to take this time for yourself. Because it's important. You know what I mean?
It is.
So thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so happy that we've connected.
I know.
It's been amazing. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, and hopefully you do get to have me as a person who's going to be at the clinic. So that's so it's not going to be somebody else.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll be working with you, and hopefully you'll be able to work with me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Carolin.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks.